Crimson Catalyst Voice Log, December 31st, 2011, 6 o'clock Saturday morning. Some people ask me what my superpower is whenever I'm patrolling the streets in my uniform. I tell them that my power is no different from anyone else's, wearing a costume or otherwise. The difference is that I'm willing to use my powers, as are many of my other compatriots. After reaching out to several other masked vigilantes residing in Chicago, Illinois over the internet, I made the arrangement to meet with them, traveling from my home city in Bloomington, Indiana, from the 27th to the 29th. The team I had comprised consisted of Super King and Phantom Shadow, and the much more seasoned Abyss and Seraph Sixwings. Together we walked to the streets and passed out food and blankets to the homeless. From, I want to say, noon to 2 o'clock in the morning, starting from the 28th into the 29th, we were passing out blankets, and there was this one particular case of an elder woman sitting in a makeshift wheelchair outside of a bar on the side of the road, and she was missing one leg. I walked over to her to see if she needed any help carrying a blanket. The one leg she had was already wrapped in so many, but it looked as though she could use one more. I knelt down before her and I wrapped the blanket that I had over her many other blankets around her leg, and I secured it tightly at her request. And as I knelt down before her, I decided to try my best to warm her leg by the friction of my hands. And as I did so, she sort of told me her life story. Her name was Muriel, and she had lost her other leg to the cold. She said that her second leg was on its way out for the same reason. As I was talking to her, I noticed there was a collection of people within the bar looking out at us from the windows. Eventually it got to be about 15 people looking at us, and the whole experience was very surreal. It amazed me that these people in business coats and very nice club wear could just watch in fascination without really deciding to come out and help and see what they could do to assist us. For the time being, it was just the 5 of us. The whole experience was very disheartening, and I wish there could have been more that I could have done for this woman. I gave her my subway card, which I had used to get around the town. It had 3 more rides on it. I told her that she and her one friend who was looking after her could at the very least use it to get out of the cold, if only for a while. At the back of my mind, though, I couldn't help but wonder, what about tomorrow and the next day? Would she be okay? If I was the only one that came to her to offer her this subway card just to get out of the cold, what happens if I weren't there? I gave her a very big hug at her request, and she really touched me. I was wearing a mask, and when she was talking to me, I could look into her eyes, but she couldn't look into mine, and even still, she only said that she wanted to see me again, and she hoped that more people would take our example. When we introduced ourselves, she accepted our heroic names as opposed to our personal identities. But I wish I would have told her mine. I feel like she deserved that much. Of all the homeless people that I have met on my travels, I feel like this one woman was most deserving of a place to stay. She said that the homeless shelters are so poorly moderated and regulated that it's dangerous for her to stay at them, that it was better for her to brave the cold than to be taken advantage of by other homeless people who were druggies and drunks, who would have taken advantage of her unfortunate circumstances and her weak physical condition. I intend to return to Chicago sometime in the summer to meet again with Seraph Six Wings and Abyss and whomever else I'm able to get a hold of. But if there's anything this whole experience has taught me, it's that we have a long way to go and a lot of work to do yet.